We're going tonight. We're excited. We are backstabbing personal friends in the name of taking your money and burn people's life. That's nice. Joined by John, 23-year-old, born in 1989. Experience and joined also by Phil, 61, born in 1982. Long-standing veteran of all principles. And both also putting association. Yes, Jihad with much to say. Tune in this season.
Selah, 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 Selah.
Selahcast.
Selah. It means pause and consider.
Thought, is this legit? Is this real? And it is real.
Can we just pray for this guy for real?
Yeah, for sure.
Right now. Just an amazing choice. Surprising, but when you look back on it, it makes perfect sense.
With John, Seth, and the other dudes.
Selah, 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 Selah. It means pause and consider. Selah. Selah.
My friends, 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 my friends.
Selah, 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 Selah. Selah, 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 Selah.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. You get it.
Selah, Selah, Selah. It means pause and consider. Selah, Selah.
It was usually in short 1 to 2 minute episodes. Short 1 to 2 minute episodes.
You guys are dorks.
Good dialogue. Talk to each other in dialogue, but it can't be like Dick Monstros with 500 to 1,000 different women.
For someone who hasn't watched it before, it's a menagerie, a mix of men with nothing else to do. What do you want?
For our show.
Hey, everybody.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Selah.
Yes, I missed the end of that one. Hey, guys. It's me, Evie. What are we going to do? We're going to listen to this guy here. Turns out he's not a Catholic. And he worked at the Pelican Plus Sanctus Ranch. Just found this out today. So we're going to go through this with a fine-tooth comb and see what we can glean from this autobiography and expose. Pelican Plus Sanctus Ranch. The truth in my experiences. Ooh.
Friends, Devon here with the Roman Baron, and I wanted to come to you today to do a video that does break my heart a little bit. And I want to do this as honestly and as non-detractionary as possible, because many of you don't know where I've been for.
Mission accomplished.
For maybe the past 2 years, maybe the past year, maybe the past 3 years, or maybe 6 months. And I wanted to kind of give you an idea of where I've been. So we'll start the story by saying this video is going to be, everything in this video is going to be of my opinion only. I don't want to get wrong information. I don't want to speak wrong information, but I will speak it truthfully and as to the best of my knowledge.
Selah. I don't want to speak wrong information, but if I do, well, it's to the best of my knowledge.
About a year ago this month, the end of this month, I moved out to the small town of Pipe Creek, which is an unincorporated community in Bandera, Texas. And this place was called Sanctus Ranch. And this came after, some pretty shoddy employment that I had. I had a great opportunity and it fell through. And so after their graduations at Lumen Christi Academy, which was a school which they operated there, I inevitably.
See this scratch? Auto shops will easily charge you $2,000.
See that scratch?
Ended up being interviewed for a position that Dan wanted to speak. Dan Savagny, the owner. Dan wanted to speak to. So a few days later, I decided to go and interview, and I liked it so much that I went back the next day and I started a position there called the Luminary Program, which sadly no longer exists.
He started a Luminary Program for a religion he doesn't believe in. What is this? What's he talking about?
And fell through, I think, about July or August. I can't remember which month. Either way, though, it was beautiful. I was, according to the contract that I signed, my workload was mostly going to be liturgical work. It was going to be also hospitality for the ranch and all the retreatants, and it was
liturgical work? You're not a Catholic. What are you talking about? This guy's eating meat on a Friday, and he's like, I don't obey man's laws, useless laws. But he's going to do liturgical work? Dan, Abbott Dan, what are you thinking? Why would you hire this idiot?
Going to be sacred music, and it was going to incorporate all of that, but also some manual labor, which I've done before because I've been to, I was at a Benedictine monastery there for in Oklahoma for a month.
Selah,
so
you were at a Benedictine monastery and you're an Anglican? What does any of this mean? Does this guy know who he is?
Something like that was, no problem. Absolutely. And I really enjoyed my time there in the beginning. It was beautiful. It was out in the sticks and, it was really a place that I enjoyed, and having access, 24/7 access to a chapel was also amazing. My prayer life thrived and I thrived, and I felt very close to God.
Your prayer life thrived? You're not a Catholic. What is this guy talking about? Don't you just make up your own words? Why would you obey man's useless laws, huh? Yeah, it does. It does suck. You're right. Thank you, Cardinal Thuck. Oh, Sailor Hucks. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, sorry. Hey. Hey, Cardinal. How you doing?
What it is. Good to be back on Selahcast.
What's this guy talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just waiting backstage 500 to 1,000 minutes.
That's how long I've been on.
Yeah. Get up here, Rad Trad.
This guy, he's like, hey, here's what I ate it is what I ate for Friday dinner. And he's like, sausage, steak. I'm like, wasn't it Friday where you are right now? He's like, I don't obey useless.
Wait, that's what this guy said that to you?
Yeah. I'm like, what? He's like, I'm not a Catholic. Why does he even go in for Sanctus Ranch then? Like, what is this? Who is this guy?
Because it's Schism Ranch. You can only go there if you're in Schism.
What's Abbott Dan thinking hiring these non-Catholics? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, well, he's a charismatic, quote, charismatic heretic.
Welcome, friend of the show, Kevin Davis. He's friend because of
No way. Kevin Davis on
Yeah.
Selahcast.
He's our
Let's
friend
go.
because
Let's
of
go.
What's up, fellas?
Let's go.
he's our friend because Seda Picante. He makes us be friends with people we hate.
Yep, sure. I'm actually at the train station on the way to the airport, guys. Like, I got the invite and I couldn't turn it down.
Wow. Yeah, who was I was telling Chris Jackson to come on here. But I guess I had you tagged in there. So
this guy right here, right? This guy's a German talk going on. But look, this guy right here, he's not a Catholic. He went to work for Pelican Plus and Sanctus Ranch, and he says that his prayer life was great. Dude, I thought is he one of those people who just makes it up as he goes along?
yeah.
Thank you, Kevin Davis, for showing up. I don't know. He didn't stay on long enough. He doesn't care. All right, let's keep going.
But soon thereafter, I noticed some hardships, but I'm like, well, there's going to be hardships everywhere, so I'll just continue. Now, to back up a bit, this program was called the Luminary Program. As I said, it no longer exists. But the Luminary Program existed for people who were discerning a vocation, whether that was marriage or the priesthood or going off to college or whatever it might be. But it was mostly, formed off of the Benedictine ethos and was really geared towards helping people discerning the religious life. Like myself. And so there were some things that I agreed to in the beginning because it was of my opinion that Dan was a virtuous guy, just a businessman trying to do his best in a very
it's of his opinion, like it's of his opinion now, so he could be wrong now, just like he was now wrong then.
Yeah.
What is he talking about?
Sleazy world. But so I basically signed a contract saying that I would obey Dan as an abbot of a monastery, that I would be like a monk and he would be an abbot. And in the contract, it specifically says obey like an abbot, like a monk would obey an abbot.
This is actually a really smart upgrade for your laptop setup.
It is a
laptop stand and an 11-in-1 docking station.
And so, if I'd have no problem with that, right? And obviously now I do, but all that
back then he didn't have a problem with that.
To say, in retrospect, now it was such a hypocritical thing for him to say. Either way, though, my experience there was great. And
how is it hypocritical if you're not a Catholic and you're like, yeah, back then it was okay, but now it's not okay? What is this guy?
And it was a beautiful experience in the beginning, and it turned south pretty quick. The culture there.
I thought he was for the South. This guy's all about Confederacy. He's like, it turned south pretty quick. Well, you should be pretty happy.
Ethos there was evil. Evil. It was pure evil.
Oh, the ethos was evil. Ooh, spooky. The air conditioner demons came out. They were so evil.
Again, this is just my opinion, right? But I lived with the Savigny family for 4 months. And I was just astonished. I mean, the verbal abuse, the constant fighting and yelling at each other, the lack of virtue, and that came back to me.
The constant fighting, the lack of virtue, like detracting from people on YouTube? Would that include that?
from Dan. I can only sing the praises of the other members of his family there.
Yeah, this is what I don't
who
get.
are on.
I don't agree with this at all. He's like, oh yeah, Dan was the evil one. No, but his family, they were great. It's like, no. If they're putting up with it, they're not great. If what you're saying is true, I mean,
the receiving end of Dan's whip, right? They were all broken by Dan, and so they were all very broken people just trying to make things work. Well,
they were the receiving of Dan's whip.
Yeah, they were in on it, and
yeah,
I think they were actually like the ones orchestrating it, and Dan was just the face of it. You know, like it was actually his family who was like the worst part.
Yeah, like there's a weird thing about like what do you say is
like he's the front man for the family agenda. It's really the Savegani or whatever the heck family that's like they're like a mob family. It's really like his daughter and his wife that's like behind it all.
I think it came out that like he got paid like $16,000 for the year, but he paid his wife $80,000. So, you know, something like that.
Yeah, he has access to the money.
Pizza. Oh, hi guys. He's paying his wife $80,000. Hey, John, how you doing?
Oh, I have all this food here. Oh.
So we're gonna do the tribute song to the Savigny family.
Oh, this is a
Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip,
we don't want to
there's
go
a
to
way.
war.
Where there's a whip, we don't want to go to war today. But the Lord of the lashes says, nay, nay, nay. We're gonna march all day, all day, all day. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way.
That's right. That's the Arabic dance theme song. I can imagine Devon going, we don't want to go to work today.
Because the sun is hot and it'll turn me to clay.
It'll turn me not gay. So Kevin Davis joined for a split second. I don't know if you noticed that.
Why would he join this show?
I have no idea.
Wait, he joined Selahcast?
He did.
Yes, he came on Selahcast. I posted
I was
it.
like,
I
delete
just tweeted
it. Delete
it. Too bad I screenshotted it. So,
hey, did you know that Nick deleted the video entitled "The Real Reason I Left Pelican Plus" on May 21st?
Oh, what did what's his name? Did Dan like threaten to sue him or something?
I don't know.
Let's
Maybe he
hope.
just had scruples. Dan's a really nice guy, you know.
I know. Like he pays Selahcast plenty. I don't know why. I don't know what.
I don't know what everybody has a problem with him for. Like,
no,
I
I don't get it. He's just stealing millions. That's all. Who doesn't steal millions?
I know. And you would steal millions if you could, wouldn't you?
The other members of his family there, who are on the receiving end of Dan's whip, right? They were all broken by Dan, and so they were all very broken people just trying to make things work. Well,
I don't want to be whipped today, but the Dan with the lash says,
hey, hey, hey.
I don't want to be whipped.
Did you know that this guy right here that's doing the expose, he's not a Catholic? Did you know that?
Yeah, I know.
How come no one told me?
He told you.
Oh yeah, he told me today because he was like, I'm eating all kinds of meat today. I'm like, it's Friday. And it's like, I don't listen to man-made laws. I'm like, oh, you're one of those.
Well, then why did you listen to Dan?
Yeah.
That's the last man-made law I'm listening to. Okay.
No, but he went to like he was a Dominican, and you're not a Catholic. Like what? Well, who is this guy?
Needless to say, I started, telling Dan, hey, look, I have type 1 diabetes. There's only so much work I can do in the South Texas heat before my health starts going haywire. So I tried to work things out with him, and there was absolutely
There's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Left, right. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Left.
absolutely no care in the world. He basically said, well, he just glazed over it and says, well, you need to work harder. And I'm like, Dan, I am here at the ranch doing work that I agreed to. I am not going to do work that I'm not going to agree to. I will do some extra work that I didn't agree to, but I can't just be your slave laborist. I'm here to do manual labor, help out in the kitchen, all of these things as I have been doing, but it seems as if my work now is 90% manual labor and 10% everything else, which is the exact opposite of what I signed on to. But I continue to take the abuse. I continue to offer it up to Christ, saying, hey, look, I'm not going to be here forever. So
he's offering it up to Christ, and he's not a Catholic.
He offered it up to Moses.
I'm offering it up to Christ. That's such a Catholic thing to say. Like, what is he talking about?
No, I'm going to do it to Moses. Oh, no.
I'm going to offer it up to Nebuchadnezzar.
I always wanted to say Nebuchadnezzar, but like people get mad at me when I say it for some reason. That's not his name.
I'm going to offer it up to the Lord.
We offer it to the Lord.
Yeah, but
I'm back at Mass again.
We pray to the Lord. Lord, hear our prayer.
Needless to say, other things happened where my personality, my just really everything. I was being attacked by Dan, and subsequently my pay. It's of my opinion that my pay was cut. And it was cut.
It's of my opinion that I lost 3 toes because of my diabetes. Did you lose 3 toes? It's of my opinion. You have all your toes. Yeah, but my opinion says 3 are gone.
My name is Scott Harrison.
Hi, Scott.
This is my wife, my son.
do drugs.
And I
do drugs for a living.
And my wife's boyfriend that she plays video games with.
And how you doing? We should do a Sailor roast of the. Did you have that saved, right? His stupid video. Yeah, we can do it.
have the documentation to prove that I was expressly given a set stipend weekly, which only ended up being bi-monthly and a decreased payment. And I didn't have any expenses, so I continued to take the abuse. I'm like, Lord, I'm not going to be here forever, you know? And I started discerning, okay, well, what else can I do to make money out here?
Discerning. They love this word discerning. Everything is discerning. And I was like, I'm being taken advantage of. And I'm like, wait a second. Let me discern this.
Let me discern my next course of action. Don't get taken advantage of. How do I accomplish this?
Oh, this guy's an idiot.
Yes.
And finally, it came to a point, I think it was late September, where I decided that after all of these things have transpired, that
Transpired.
it was time for me to
Yes.
leave the ranch, because ultimately I developed a romantic relationship with his daughter.
The forbidden love. That song
he's not a Catholic, so like, wouldn't you be like if some guy came out? And
No,
was like,
he dropped out of Catholicism because the relationship didn't work, more or less.
oh, so he was back then.
Yes, but this was last year, like in
Oh, this was like a few months ago.
No, this was like 8 months ago.
I know, but it's like, what? you change your religion every few months?
You could be a bot at this point.
And at that time, his daughter and I, we really did like each other. And there was no doubt about it. And we had come to the conclusion that I'm going to go ask Dan. Because I was still friendly with him. I was still friends with him. I looked up to him. I'm like, I think he knows.
He looked up to him. The guy taking advantage of you.
That's pretty sad. No.
There's a way where there's a wind. We don't want to go to war today, but the Lord of the lashes says, nay, nay, nay. We're gonna march all day.
Like, we sit next to each other all the time. Dan's a smart guy. He knew.
Selah.
I
sat next to her. Oh.
My knee brushed against her knee, and I was like, "Will you have my babies?"
And she was like, "Sure. What are babies?"
Is that a band I should have heard of? The Babies.
She's like dumber than him somehow. And then he's like, "She understands me."
Hey, do you like me? If it'll get me away from my oppressive dad, yes.
How much money do you make a month? $50. That's more than me.
That's 50 more than I make.
Sunday after Mass, he was livid. You could see it in his face, and he didn't yell, but he was like, "Well, how does she feel about this?" And I said, we're mutual in our feelings for each other. And so he said, "Well, let me go talk to her." And inevitably, what her daughter said was, not only was it the blessing not given, but they were like super upset. Probably the most upset you could ever be. To the point.
Yeah, you're a dork. Want to go study and get me out of this low-key abusive relationship?
Where his wife stopped talking to me, which was an integral part of my work at the ranch.
His wife talking to me was integral to my work. What work is that? Well, I sing chant, and 10% I lift wood.
Should I do something this afternoon, Mrs. Savigny? Well, I guess I'll do nothing. Okay.
Well, bi-weekly payment, here I come.
You could clearly tell that everyone, including her siblings, were upset with me.
Okay, so like this was like hurting my brain when he told me he wasn't Catholic, because I'm like, yeah, no one wants you to marry their daughter if you're not a Catholic. Like, what Catholic wants someone who's not Catholic marrying their daughter?
Mm-hmm.
But you're telling me that this is recent, that he left. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it's not breaking my brain as much now, but that's weird.
It may have been that he was talking to her about raising Southern sons to fight the incoming immigrants.
Yeah, he was saying this like, all I want is a girl with Southern blood. It's like, I thought you said she was from New Hampshire. You were willing to go for it then. Okay, I just want a woman. Leave me alone.
Because Dan, again, he affects his wife and his children. And so for me,
I
we
would hope
kind of
so.
dated for maybe a month after that, 2 months, but we were walking on eggshells. And we were constantly being spied on. And I'm like, look, can't do this. So
we were being chaperoned. Eggshells! Spied on! Yeah, because you guys like each other. Of course they're going to be spying on you. It's called chaperoning.
No, Dan hates me!
A Southern Catholic and a trad wasp. Match made in heaven.
I moved out of the ranch in late September, and I still retained my organist position there. And some canonical issues to
his what?
Organist. He was an organist, apparently.
He was like, hey, I want to... Hey, Dan's daughter, can I show you my organ?
I can play it with my feet and my hands.
I taught myself.
Bet you want some of this in your life.
which
like,
I'm not
yeah,
going
sure,
to get
I'm
into,
bored.
but it was really shifty, right? And I played my last mass there December of 2025.
Okay, so that's another thing. Like, I'm like, he played a mass there, and he wasn't a Catholic, but he was then, you're saying. Okay.
Yes.
The Sunday
That
after
was
Christmas.
the last time he was Catholic.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Mark, we're barely making it this month. The car payment is late. The mortgage is due next week.
That's what I said last week.
This is them. This was their life. It's also Dan Stavigny's life.
Being said, there's now a website which I don't know who created, but it's kind of an expose on the shifty, very shifty financial dealings of Dan. Audio recordings of him berating not only his donors but calling some of the school students and other people their horrific names, just going to show you that
horrific names. Beelzebub!
Pharisee!
You know, that lady that like defends Dan on the Twitter, I asked her to come on to like go over this. She didn't answer me. But I think it'd be great to have her like comment on it, because like she knows these people like too well. She could probably totally destroy them.
She blocked me because I was like, yes, you got a crush on like Mary Rundis, we got it. And she's like, why are you being so sexually explicit with me? It's like, what? Your brain's in the toilet? And then she was like trying to accuse me of that. It's like,
that's right. Hear the flush, said AP.
There goes the brains.
Yeah, the worst thing he called them was Asians. Dean Withers.
I thought that Dan might have just been conflicted and was a good person at heart, but was just kind of taken over by money. But it's of my opinion now that he is absolutely 100%
evil.
We're gonna march all day, all day, all day. there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Left, right, left, right, left. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Left, right.
Absolutely 100%, without a doubt, an evil person. And thanks be to God, the ranch is up for sale. According to multiple sources, has no money left.
And thanks be to God, he's going through hell.
Selah. So Christine Saracino is like, wow, Nick has proven himself once again that he's a cuck for taking down the video. Why does he keep doing this? It keeps backfiring.
By the way.
Who? Oh, yeah.
They keep going, hi, brother. How are you? I'm like, what? Hey, you remember when you joined that Confederate thing? Yeah, I remember. Do you remember when you joined it? Yeah. Like, to me, like, religion should be above all, like, nationalistic everything, you know? And they're like, no, nationalism before religion.
He's continuing to hire people and not pay them. And that's my opinion, but has been confirmed by several other opinions of people who worked for him. And, Kennedy Hall left, all of these other people left, and Pelican is going to go under. If it's not.
Yeah, right.
He's like smiling through that.
Curse upon you, Babadan!
Bought out by, some other business. And so this is what happens to the ungodly when they use Christ.
Uh-oh.
This is what happens to those who say,
Becoming a Protestant.
I am a prophet.
The Lord will strike you.
Like when Job, when all the bad stuff happened to him, it's because he was evil. That's the point of the book of Job. You do evil things happen to you. That's what happens. That's what happens.
No way. No way. The picture put up of Kevin Davis on the stream. It turns out the inside joke of having this show exist at all has been so good. It's so good.
Where is it?
I'll tag you. Let's see. That Phil.
I don't see it. Oh, notification just came in. I'll get down to black.
It's so dumb. I love it.
It's so ridiculous. I've been on and off X. I didn't realize how vitriolic the fight between trads and modernists has gotten. I've been on, a little more than this week. All right. Thank you, Cat Cats.
Lord, this is what happens when you say Christ is King. And you don't mean it.
What?
And this should be a lesson for all King, right? This is what happens to those who say, Lord, Lord. This is what happens when you say Christ is King and you don't mean it. And this should be a lesson for all of us. But I'm going to post that website underneath this video so y'all can...
What if you don't say Christ is King?
Then everything is all right.
Your problem is you said it.
Go ahead and just check and look at all of this stuff for yourself and make your own decisions. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I believe this just needs to be said that it is of my opinion that Dan is a very horrible person. And he knew that I loved his daughter. And that's like such a separate thing that's not even pertinent to why I'm saying he's a bad person.
Unrequited love.
So I would like to say that Phil's a bad person, and it's personal because he doesn't play video games, but not because he doesn't play video games. He's a bad person.
And mind you, I was in love with Dan's daughter.
And you should have seen that sourdough she made.
I loved her so much, but not as much as the buttered corn she made. She also made baked beans. Is pretty good. Yeah, I might have liked that more than I liked her. But you know.
It turns out the real story is that he's just like this compulsive eater, and she's just a compulsive food maker. And Dan Savigny's like trying to like actually help both of them, and they're too retarded.
He goes over to what's his name, that Murray Bungus guy. He's like, "Take my daughter, please."
But you know, he had some other
Take my
guy who
wife.
looked like me,
Please.
some Yankee from Arizona, marry his daughter today. And
Selah.
That's like the most racist thing I've heard in my whole life.
No, but does he know what Yankees are? Because they ain't from Arizona.
I know it's the most Yankee. It's literally a racial slur that he just said, but it's like so normalized.
You know, there was this Yankee from Norway. You know that.
You know, there was this Russian cholo, man.
There was this Yankee from Somalia. He cut me off.
They imported this Indian Yankee into Texas. Like, what the heck?
Like, what do you think this is, Yankee Bombay? Maybe I don't know what the word Yankee means. I don't know.
not only that, but he, you know, ruined the lives of his children. That's my opinion. But his daughter said as much. So much so that it could have maybe caused health issues for some of his kids.
They lost weight.
He ruined the lives.
The slaves of the dark Lord score. Left, right, where there's a whip. There's a way. Where there's a whip. There's a way. Where there's a whip. We don't want to go to war today, but the Lord of the Lashes says, nay, nay, nay. We're gonna march all day, all day, all day. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Left, right.
His daughter said as much. So much so that it could have maybe caused health issues for some of his kids. But
this is great.
He ruined the lives of his family. He doesn't care.
He used a baseball bat. He could have ruined them.
He psychologically manipulated me into getting sick.
He said I couldn't marry his daughter unless I got circumcised first. And then he gave his daughter away to some Yankee from Arizona.
And I was like, but Yankee Doodle Dandy, am I right?
But my Yankee Doodle Herdy.
It's not John Yankee Doodle Hernia.
Care for his family. He ruined the lives of many other people, including, I wouldn't say completely ruined, but Mr. Kennedy Hall, a very pious and humble man.
So is he a Catholic right now when he's doing this?
No.
So why is he calling Kennedy Hall a very holy and pious man?
Because he's no idea that Kennedy Hall is just like a blabbering idiot.
But he's an SSPX guy.
Well, at this point, he's an Anglican, right?
Yeah.
They're supposed to be pro SSPX at the Pelican, but I don't know.
No,
Have
but
you seen? Did you?
Guy saying that about somebody
Yeah.
who thinks follows man's rules and doesn't follow Christ. He follows men instead of Christ, but he's a very pious and holy man.
Yeah, everybody likes Kennedy Hall for some reason. He literally talked about divorce for like 40 minutes and reading books. That's not content.
He also did 40 minutes of just staring out into nowhere, going, huh. And so I read the first Vatican. I'm like, huh. Then I read the second Vatican Council. I'm like, huh. And I'm like, wow. And I'm like, huh.
No, it's like.
I was laughing at that. That was like funny.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
Stop laughing. It's so stupid.
You must continue editing at 1 a.m.
No, I must continue having Kennedy
Often,
Hall be done.
You know, not often, but every day works for his family. And he was lambasted for taking a vacation.
Did you see how much he eats?
Is that true?
No idea. He's the only person who said this, but no one else has even wants to talk.
He said, like, it's in my opinion.
I don't know.
Like,
he's not Nick Cavazos, man.
No, but he's been saying it throughout this whole thing. He's like, I'm just saying in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, Kennedy Hall took a vacation. And then he got banned. It's like, what? How do you know this? Take my word for it.
Practically banned him from the ranch because he took a vacation to strengthen his family.
What does practically banned from the ranch mean? Because I heard someone else say that, like, he was in the air and he was banned or something. He had to turn around to go back to Canada or something. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
No, I didn't. I just got back.
I heard someone else say that he was, like, in the air, like flying over to a meeting at the Santos Ranch, and he found out that he was, like, banned, so he had to, like, buy a ticket home. Is that true?
Yeah, I heard that as well. I don't remember where I heard it though.
Yeah,
It might have been this guy as well.
Oh, it might have been his thing that he did on.
Yeah, which I would love if Dan Savigny would bother to listen to that and just like very calmly, very collectively be like, "No, this guy's a little like twerp who just hates me."
Yeah,
and like he was like going into my daughter's like room when he shouldn't have been, and we're like, "Hey," like, you know, if he just came out and said something like that, we'd be like, "Okay, this guy's the problem."
Remember the Pelican flock all got together and had the town hall, and they were all fat and wearing shirts that were too small.
After the death of his son. And Dan is just, it's of my opinion, he is a narcissist.
He's a narcissist.
An evil man and a narcissist.
Oh, that's all. Just an evil man.
I mean, as long as he's only an evil man and a narcissist, not that bad.
He's a
right?
narcissist, though.
Yeah, but he's only that.
Wait, I think he's only an evil narcissist, not an evil narcissist.
Oh yeah, that's not so bad now.
The money grabber. So if you've had any dealings, if you've been a donor of Pelican Plus, I highly recommend you go out and you take whatever legal actions necessary that have to be taken. Because
I suggest you pony up $100,000 to sue him. Okay. What?
You know the amount you gave him, you'll never get back. But pay a lawyer more.
Because if you click again, I will list this website, which is an expose against Dan, and all of this information is verifiable. But
It's not. Don't worry about it.
I recommend you go read the website, listen to the audio recordings, and tell your story on that website.
It's all verifiable, according to my opinion.
Because it needs to be told. So I don't want to do this because, I liked his daughter and, now she's married. No, of course not. But for the sake of justice, I want to tell my story because I was living with their family for quite some time.
I was living
And
in her room.
it's sad to say I used to think Dan used to be a friend of mine.
How to lose a friend.
It's sad to say. Sad to say. Sad to say. I used to live with him. I shared a room with the lady. Sad to say.
It's not the video game I'm playing. Please, come on.
It's sad to say that I think
sad to say.
On a scale of 1 to sad to say, what is this?
She married someone else within like 3 months of him leaving. Yay! I don't think it was him. I think she just wanted out from Dan.
I thought that Dan was someone who I could have trusted.
So, in other words, you wanted.
I'm thankful where I'm at now.
Well, the thing we didn't know is, does he come from a broken family? So he's like replaced Dan as his daddy, and then like he's just like completely built an entire new world around Dan. Dan's like just woke up one day and this guy's like, hey, "Yes, master."
Yes, master.
This was never in our agreement.
You said 80% chant, 10% working. I'm doing 80% working and 10% chant.
You only have to chant one mass a week, doofus. Yeah, I shouldn't have to work all but 1 hour a week.
Actually, no, because the mass is an hour, right?
Yeah, but so he has to practice for that 1 hour.
So he needs the hour. So that's 80% of his time is that 1 hour.
Yeah.
So what's that work out to, like 10 minutes of work for the rest of the week?
Yeah, it sounds about normal for a musician.
Now I have a great career, and I'm, God willing, going to build a future family.
Where have I heard this before? Where have I heard that before?
Every single Southern person uses that same exact line.
I got a good career now, and I can build
life. Got a good life, and the family is fine.
I'm ready for my family. That's isn't that like Nick Bongos every other video?
I know these guys must talk to each other. Like, it's like, hey, Darren, we gotta get ourselves a family, man. He's like, right on, boss, man.
If I say it enough times, it'll be real.
And that's my goal, is to just, find a wife, build my future, and glorify God.
By becoming an Anglican. Okay.
I need to find a wife and glorify God with my wife in the bedroom.
As a good Southern gentleman. Why are you still bringing race into this fight?
And as honest and ethical as possible by following the gospel. So anyway, friends,
wait a minute.
Thank you for.
Why is he following the gospel?
Oh.
Doesn't you know men wrote that?
Oh. I don't do no man gospel.
Men wrote that down.
Get that out of here.
I don't follow no man written rules. Who is this speaking? This is that Devon guy.
For listening to me ramble a little bit. This was somewhat vague. It's
Not
not,
a little.
everything that happened, but I'm just going to give you the basic rundown because it must be said. And, I endured a lot of abuse, but I am not the only one who's endured abuse. Many others have endured abuse at his hands, and their stories might be coming soon.
We hope.
So I just want to make this
I'm
clear because it doesn't seem like anyone else has made a video about this. And if Dan, if you're listening, brother, I want to tell you something.
This guy is evil narcissist. But let me tell you something, brother.
You're a piece of shit, Dad, okay? Because you didn't let me have your daughter, man, okay? Okay? You repent of that, okay?
Why is he calling him brother if he thinks he's evil? If you thought someone was evil, would you be like, listen, brother? Like, would you do that?
No. Why would
It's
I
like-
waste my time talking to someone who's evil?
It's like, hey, here's Adolf Hitler over here. Hey, brother.
Brother Hitler. You really need to search through your feelings.
But look at Stalin over here. Oh, brother. Listen, brother.
And he's like, it's comrade.
It's comrade. You're evil, but listen, brother, you're gonna get judged one day. You're gonna get it, and I'm gonna be happy. Oh, I'm gonna be so happy.
God not be mocked.
Oh,
You think that you can be the Pope? You think that you can run the canceled priests?
He doesn't believe in a pope.
Yeah, but Dan Savigny doesn't either.
That's true. No, but what are these arguments he's making if he's not even a Catholic when he's making these arguments?
You think that you can basically be a married Pope. Brother, you will die one day just as I will.
Brother? I don't know. Oh, brother. Remember Timothy Flanders? He wrote me that. I'm like, brother.
Brother right back at you.
What the hell are you talking about?
Brother.
Oh, brother. I don't know you. If you don't know me, why are you calling me brother?
And our goal in this life is to become a saint. Our goal in this life is to reach the kingdom.
Wait, do Anglicans believe in saints? Just Henry VIII, right? He's
Yeah.
Christ is very specific that we may not boast in spiritual pride, that he has chosen us, we have not chosen him. So if this be the thing to break your back.
If this be the thing.
That breaketh the spine.
Why is he going into Old English?
If later events, jail, whatever it might be, whatever it might
What?
He's like living in a fantasy world. He's like, whatever events
Fantastic.
transpire over you, jail, mate, perhaps. Yeah, I guess please let it be jail.
Debtor's prison. I'd hate to see you in jail, Dan. What?
If that's what it takes to get you
God
to be
will.
Anglican like me.
be for you, if this be the thing to break your back and to humble you, praise.
If this be the thing.
The thing. You know, the thing.
If this be the thing.
Blessed be the thing. Blessed be the
Not
thing.
is. If this is the thing that'll, turn you around. No, is this be the thing?
Dan to jail, yeah.
God, brother, because you are beloved by God. But let's not forget.
I gotta go back and hear that one. You're an evil, disgusting person, but God
I've chosen
loves
him.
you, man.
So if this be the thing to break your back, if later events, jail, whatever it might be for you, if this be the thing to break your back and to humble you, praise God, brother, because
I think,
you are beloved
Priscilla,
by God.
I think
Because
the big,
you are beloved by God.
I think the thing that will break his back is his rotund belly in front. I think if Dan Savigny hasn't had to pay back a loan that he took out 10 years ago, this ain't gonna break no one's back.
No. Dan will be paying off this fiasco until 20. No, he won't.
No, just keep reading it.
He will be starting the humble. As soon as after the humble hog takes off, he's gonna start the ornery owl.
And my next nonprofit, the Devoted Dove, a relationship service.
And for those doubting their faith, the speculative sparrow.
God will be glorified in either our salvation or our damnation. And Judas, who is the lover of money, was possessed by an evil spirit and betrayed Christ. And you were doing the same thing. You were robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
You know, if Dan belongs to a false form of Christianity, is he really Judas? Wouldn't that make him the good guy?
How are we supposed to know?
He doesn't believe in He doesn't believe in Catholicism. This guy.
Uh-huh.
So how is he a Judas? He's betraying a false Christianity. I don't get it.
Maybe it's impossible to get it.
Because listen here, brother, you're disgusting, and God loves you.
And shame on you for everyone that you have abused, for the abuse of your family, and for the abuse of everyone else who you've called names.
Yeah, I don't buy this whole family is innocent thing. Sorry.
And who you've hurt. There is no wonder so many people in your life have not only left the ranch, but have told a different story of what has happened there.
Wait, who here has actually told a different story, though?
The Omahones. Right? The O'Mahonies, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. Yes. Them, this guy, and then the guy who interviewed the O'Mahonies who put up the website. It sounds like we're saying, "Oh my homies." Like
oh my homies.
Oh my homies.
They seem like a nice bunch. I don't know. At least they're still Catholic, not like this guy.
Apparently, they've been getting in contact with
the Latter-day Saints.
No, TLM right. The Latter-day Saints.
No, they decided to become Muslim.
I became Muslim in the Latter-day Saints.
Gog, he's just a guy who lived on Sanctus Ranch, got close to Dan and saw his evil ways. Hey, we don't talk about Abbott Dan like that, cat.
Yeah.
I also fell in love with Dan's daughter. his evil daughter, which Dan was not happy about, which Dan was evilly happy about. He's taking his full stream. Oh. All right, let's go. Let's continue.
And I don't even want the money you owe me. I don't want anything other than for your soul to be saved. But that's up to
So I'm making this video.
Christ. And it is your duty to now.
He only wants his soul to be saved, but that's up to Jesus, not him. Well, Jesus wanted me to defraud people. Obviously, he would have stopped me otherwise.
Make amends, or by the law and by God's law to pay the price.
Oh.
So that's all I got to say to you, Dan. Either way, brethren, I appreciate you listening.
Oh, the brethren.
Pray for me and pray for everyone involved in this very sad scenario. Like I said, Pelican Plus is probably going to go under. Sanctus Ranch is gone under. It's a done deal. God will not be mocked. Thank you, friends.
Yeah, but if they belong to a religion that's not godly, none of this makes sense.
What? That's because you're not playing the theme song.
I forgot. Oh, from beginning. Dad. Right.
Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, we don't want to go to war today. But the Lord of the lashes says, nay, nay, nay. We're gonna march all day, all day, all day. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. There's a whip, there's a way. Left, right, left, right, left. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Left, right. A crack on the back says we're gonna fight. We're gonna march all day and night and more. For we are the slaves of the dark Lord's war. Left, right, left, right. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, we don't want to go to war today. But the Lord of the lashes says, nay, nay, nay. We're gonna march all day, all day, all day. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Left, right, left, right.
With Amiga Home Insurance, it's
Oh, yeah.
not just inside it's who you share it with.
Yeah.
We're customer owned, and we look after what matters most to you together. Get your quote today.
Thank you, Amiga.
Oh. What do you want to watch now?
I don't know. Do you have the Carbongos one?
Yeah, I do. If you want, it's 34 minutes.
Ah! I don't know.
Not
Wrong
me,
thing.
idiot.
What's the real reason why I left Pelican Plus? We're going to answer that in today's video. I want to first start with and say the intention behind this video is not to engage in defamation nor
Can you turn it up a little?
No, I could re-render it and then it would be louder.
Oh, okay, never mind. Whatever.
of calumny or detraction.
That is really quick.
This is calumny.
Wait, why is Thaddeus? Thaddeus Kaczynski's replying to me again. What is wrong with that guy? I'm making fun of the economist guy who said if you advertise, then people lose their willpower. Yeah, I make fun of that because it's stupid. Here, take me off.
Oh, I have to do it? Okay, hold on.
Well, I'm doing something right now.
Remove. Hey, everyone. It's me. Yeah. I don't know who this guy is. Who's that guy is? Let's see if I can find something here we can watch. Selahcast. This is interesting. In an uninteresting way. Silence! Let's see. Let me go. I know what to search for. Let's go for the... What is this called?
Do you think you're better off alone? Do you think you're better off alone?
My wife worships me! My wife worships me!
pretty good. That worked. That's just me over here. All right. Guess I gotta find something else to play. No. I never find anything else. Oh, I see. I thought the Selahcast comment was John, but I guess it's what's his name? Said AP. Oh, I found something here. Let's see. Let's watch. Is there any like good shows out there, guys? Oh, who's that? Right. What is it called? Right side broadcast. Right side. No. Sarah something, and what was his name? Producer Jake. I don't remember. I forget that thing. What is it called? Right, left? I don't remember. Did you see the father in last night's stream asking? Well, no, I didn't. Father Lavelle. Not really. Rise right. Yeah, that's right. Rise right. Thank you. Rise right. The right will rise again. All right, let's check out the latest from Rise Right. Let's see. What do we got here?
During this on-air appeal, we made a fantastic push during the week, but to get to full funded, we really need your help to reach it. We'll be sending out a mailing to help us reach the goal, but you can help us right now by making your donation at thestationofthecross.com or on your iCatholic.
Come on. Let's get somewhere here.
You know,
and
do I eat
also
steak last night or not? Glad to have a.
May the holy names of Jesus and Mary be blessed now and forever. Good morning. You're listening to Rise Right on the Station of the Cross Catholic Media Network. Jake Kraft here with my co.
Father Getkel says he can't go on to Selahcast. I asked him to join tonight, but he's like, no, I haven't vetted it yet. Okay.
Co-host Sarah Kane. Good Friday morning, Sarah.
Good Friday morning to you too, Jake. Always glad to have a Friday. But it's a little
You
bit...
sound so enthusiatic to keep doing our show, Sarah.
Yeah. I think everybody feels this way on a Friday,
Yes,
Jake.
everyone does.
But I will say it's a little bit also more clarifying because I've been in this state of, okay, we're in the octave of Pentecost.
Mm-hmm.
How do I observe that? And then it's also, oh, but here's an Ember Day, and oh, but here is a Friday. And when we're here on a Friday, I'm like, okay, I kind of get this, you know.
Yes.
There's a little bit more clarity from the church about exactly how to do this,
Sure.
as opposed to, you know,
and
do I eat
also
steak last night or not?
Yeah, exactly. And also, it in a weird way, it matches up because obviously in the traditional calendar, today is the Friday in the octave of Pentecost. There's no octave of Pentecost officially mentioned in the new calendar. It was removed. But
Pope Leo mentioned
Pope Leo mentioned Pentecost Monday. And either way, whichever calendar you'd be following, you'd be thinking of this Friday as being penitential, because even though it's this celebratory octave in the old calendar, it's an Ember Day, an Ember Friday, so it would still be penitential. So make sure you do a Friday penance. Here in the United States, of course, there's substitutions you can do as opposed to the old just giving up meat on a Friday. But that one should be fairly easy to do. That's why I think it's good to just stick with it.
That's what I like it.
Exactly.
It's just I don't have to think through my own alternative penance. It's just very simple.
Do it and offer it up, and there you go. So consider that. Maybe go without a little extra food today. Do a little bit of fasting, and especially in honor of the Holy Ghost, the third person of the Holy Trinity, during what would be traditionally the Pentecost octave. So let's keep that in mind today. We do have a lot of things to talk about today, including a fitting one that matches up a little bit in theme with a story we're going to cover, another good story out of Rome. So we'll get to that, plus plenty of other news.
That's like a bunch of nothing right there. Okay, let's go a little further. Let's see what they got to say.
Against Catholic pitcher Trevor Williams. The Justice Department launched a criminal investigation into whether E. Jean Carroll committed perjury during litigation against President Donald Trump. A man has been charged with burglary and arson after authorities say he broke into a Catholic elementary school in Springfield, Missouri, damaged religious items, and set a fire inside the building. A 320-foot rocket built by Jeff Bezos' owned company Blue Origin exploded at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station during a hot fire test around 9 p.m. yesterday.
Whoa, who's this guy?
Pope Leo warned yesterday not to water down Christianity.
Yeah, I know. It's weird because, like, I remember when it was Cape Kennedy for, like, the longest time, and then they were like, yeah, the president can't just rename a place. And it went back to Cape Canaveral. Remember?
Yeah, okay. I believe you.
Do you remember that? No.
No, I literally don't, because I don't. It's on the other side of the world. It's like, hey, do you know there's a little strip of land in Florida? Nope.
You do know then. You know exactly where it is.
Don't care. Don't care.
And then you get specific with me about it.
Real reason why I left Pelican Plus. We're going to answer that in today's video. I want to first open up with and say the intention behind.
He opened up.
I first want to open up my heart.
And I want to make this gay background that looks so freaking sterile. Why don't I put a big, the traditional bogus on it, like Anthony Abate?
13 stars, which is one more star than around Our Lady's head.
Well, that stars me.
Behind this video is
evil.
Not to engage in defamation, nor slander, nor the sins of calumny or detraction. Rather, it is merely to give my opinion as well as my own personal story and my personal experiences. The things that I'm going to be bringing up in this video are alleged, and many of them open to public record. They are not going to be...
If you want to know just how bad this video is, that's the whole video right there.
Personal accounts of slander, or rather personal experiences. Why did I leave Pelican Plus? As many of you guys know, I started this YouTube channel back about 6 years ago, and it's had a nice, steady, slow growth. But about, I would say, 8 or 9 months ago, I had an interesting opportunity that laid on my desk. It was to join this new Catholic media organization.
On my desk.
LLC, or Pelican Plus.
I had a great opportunity to lay it on the desk in my mother's living room.
I don't know, like, why does he like, hey guys, he does this Kennedy Hall thing. So, like, back when I was a kid 27 years ago, I had an interesting experience. There's nothing to do with the rest of this video. But let's talk about me for about 10 minutes. Like, what? Just talk what you're talking about.
The pitch that was given to me for this organization was a grand one. And there were many things that video that came out. And I said, this was my last video. We're going over to this particular website. But things shortly fell through, and I abruptly, without a lot of explanation, left. But why did I leave? Well, let's get into some backstory. Back in early 2025, if memory serves, I was invited by a friend of mine.
Memory serves.
Speech at a Catholic men's conference at Sanctus Ranch, which is located near Pipe Creek, Texas.
Memory dispenser. This is the when the air conditioner demon attacked him. Remember?
Yeah. I remember. This is when a 27-year-old was giving a talk to a men's conference.
Oh yeah, because he was
normal.
all about it.
I know about being a man. I taught real men. Abraham Lincoln looks up to me.
You think I don't know what it's like to be a man? I wear ankle weights all day today.
And the personal experience was I had heard about Sanctus Ranch from several individuals in my local area, and I had heard that the individuals that owned the ranch had been persecuted by their local bishop. Now, I will say the local bishop of the Diocese of San Antonio is, I believe...
Wait, say law. You can't say what the of San Antonio. It's just the individual who's a bishop persecuting, right? You can allege people.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. And I like the way he's just going out and he's going to attack these people.
No, but he's a hero and he's not attacking anyone.
An unbeliever, and I don't mean to be crass by saying
he believes that his bishop is an unbeliever.
Yes.
And his best friend, who is an Anglican, is his brother.
Well, he is a former Protestant. That's where he finds the most people he likes.
Whatever. It's so inconsistent.
But the individual does promote many things such as homosexuality and abortion and other things that, let's just say,
they promote Yankee Doodle values.
I doubt that he promotes homosexuality and abortion. I could say that he might let it go. He doesn't, judge, but promote. You really think there's a bishop out there promoting it? The worst people are like Jimmy Martin, right? He's not a bishop, and it's sort of like he's not really promoting it. He's just letting it slide.
He's promoting Yankee Doodle values.
He's promoting North Dakota Yankee values.
The Lepanto Institute has done a very good job at exposing, and it's not safe for children. We'll just put it that way. That being said, I had heard that this ranch had come under a lot of persecution, and I was invited by an individual from the local SSPX chapel that was in San Antonio to come and give a speech at this men's conference. Before going there, I ended up having a couple of phone conversations.
Yankee Doodle had a bishopric.
And it was, in my opinion, in these phone conversations, that the picture of Sanctus Ranch was one of persecution. It was a wholly Christian institution, and it was an institution in which was desiring to serve the greater community through offering their facilities as a high-quality retreat center.
With air conditioner demons.
All right. So it was helping people by doing literally exactly what it says it does for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Did he do any research at all before deciding that this thing was going to make him rich and famous?
Yeah.
Also, the impression is that they're being persecuted. So he knew as much as we knew, and he lives there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And I figured, well, why not go and give a public speech and encourage some brothers in the faith? So I went to this conference, and another individual that...
He's doing the thing! Look at his eyebrows. This is the only kind of acting that Rundis does is what Nick just does right here.
Well, why not go and give a public speech and encourage some brothers in the faith? So I went to this conference, and another individual that was speaking.
He's doing it.
He's doing the eyebrow.
Yeah, he's just not using his hands. That's all Murray Rundis does with acting. Oh, wait. We got the epic pen. He's like, oh, yes. Oh, I can scrunch this part of my face up, but that means I'm being emotive and expressive. Please end it all.
At this conference is another gentleman.
I'm glad he
might know,
deleted
Kennedy
this.
Hall. This was the first time that Kennedy and I actually got to meet in person. Of course, we had done several episodes together and knew of each other and had a lot of mutual friends. And so it was good getting to actually meet Kennedy Hall at that time. Gave a speech on essentially the errors of communism and its infiltration into American politics. And there was about 200 men, and a large number of men that were gathered at this conference going to play a role in how this story unfolds. Men very much so enjoyed my speech, and it was good to talk to various gentlemen there that were of like mind. As the day progressed, I ended up kind of more or less watching the rest of the retreat.
I ended up more or less watching. What did you get off camera? What the heck? What's wrong with you? Whoa! You're a great Disney actor! Whoa! Whoa! The future of Catholic media! Guys!
Unfold. The retreat was dying down. We heard a couple of great speeches from some priests and from Kennedy Hall that were very, very good. And eventually retreatants were leaving at the end of the retreat. And I got to spend some personal time with the owner of the ranch, Dan, as well as Kennedy. And in my experience with Dan, one thing I noticed, and again, this is the particular way I experienced this, I noticed
that my experience was particularly the way that I was doing the experience.
I was experiencing
of the event
experiences
that I was a part of. I was in the event doing the experiencing.
as far as I can recall.
Please kill me.
that the individual would use a lot of very foul language, as well as would, behind people's back, speak very harsh.
I don't hang out with people who use a lot of foul language. Even at work, I'll like leave if they're, you know, like I'm just like, I don't do it. So why would I trust someone who just uses a lot of, I would be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not something I do, you know?
No, but he's an ex-Protestant, so he knows once foul language is used, you're still saved.
Oh, I forgot about that. Like, I don't get it. Like, how can you be like, yeah, I'll trust this guy?
I mean,
he's putting down everyone around me. He's using foul language. Yeah, I think he's godly.
And he's talking behind Kennedy Hall's back. It's like,
you know what? I'm going to give this guy the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I think he might be the second coming.
I think God's using this man.
You know, God just might be using me. Oh.
Actually, about various individuals. And it was mostly in the line,
Come on.
as well as would, behind people's back, speak very harshly about various individuals. And it was mostly in the line and vein of, well, you know, we're the only ones who are truly fighting out here for a Catholic place, and everyone else is more or less not willing to put forward an effort. Now, again,
isn't that wonderful? Only Dan Savigny, who's cussing up people behind their back about how they're not trying to be Catholic.
Yeah.
And then Nick is like, maybe this will get me enough money to get married.
All you had to do is watch that stupid thing you showed when he's like, hey, everybody, let's all pray together. We got people playing the guitar behind me. We're all going to worship God. And I feel the Spirit.
Coming into the room, Phil.
Yeah.
It's coming in through the rafters.
Dude, that's all I need to see. I'm like, okay, I'm out of here.
I know he's like he self-sabotages himself and then he deletes himself self-sabotage. Okay, let's continue on.
It was, in my experience and in my opinion,
Also that chapel is like the most plain looking Protestant chapel I've ever seen. It's like so non-offensive. It's so.
I don't think you understand something. He just said the line.
What?
It's more or less not willing to put forward an effort. Now,
Right here?
again, it was, in my experience and in my opinion,
I forgot.
Much harsher language being used, but that was the general message that was behind that.
He has to say, in my experience, in my opinion, like 8 times in this video. I think they're on number 2 now.
Yeah, when someone says the F word, it's my opinion that they said
Excuse
the F
me,
word.
I'm experiencing that word as a disproportionately aggressive, even offensive term. Just want to let you know.
But that's just your experience right now. But it's not in your opinion. That's true, but not. It didn't really happen.
Again, I believe that, for instance, cursing is something that is very serious that people need to get out of. That being said, of course, I ended up going home, and that was pretty much it. I didn't really expect to go back to.
So I went home and I said, "Hell, why not? Why not go into business with this guy? F and A."
And then I went through every single curse word I knew in the Bible. The A word, the B word, the C word. Like, what?
And Mike came back a couple of times and do various things. One was just to kind of give a general tour of the ranch and to meet with Dan some more. And we had maybe 2 or 3 experiences where I would come and I would be the only.
He had 2 or 3 experiences? Were they doing drugs?
I don't
Isn't
know.
that what an experience is?
I don't know. Ask Jimi Hendrix and the Experience.
Okay.
Oh,
I love this picture.
What picture?
No. I mean his face.
Oh.
Sí, señor. I am here to steal your money.
I am the bandito Corvazos.
Only individual that was coming out there, and we would just basically chit chat and talk. And again, during these experiences and travels over, I experienced again multiple times.
It travels over,
and through my personal experience.
Okay. How many times did he say experience?
Maybe 2 or 3 experiences where I would come and I would be the only individual that was coming out there, and we would just basically chit chat and talk. And again, during these experiences and travels over, I experienced again
and opinions
times, again in my personal opinion and through my personal experience, the individual of Dan using very
individual of Dan.
The individual of Dan.
What?
You heard it here first, guys.
But I was only experiencing the phenomenon of the individual, not the individual as is in its essay. That's some Thomas slang, by the way, yo.
Foul language and very harsh language about other people. I also noticed, again, in my opinion and in my experience, the way the workers were treated there was very unseemly, at least as...
Was it untoward? The experience of the opinion of the workers was untoward.
Because he shows up with was it like a wig, and he's got like that white powder. He's like, Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. How untoward!
Well, I guess the monocle goes down. I can never.
I saw it. One could, of course, question how I saw things, but it was in the way I saw it. I saw a lot of unseemliness, which I'll talk more about a little bit later.
Unseemly.
As things progressed, I was invited to come and give a speech at the ranch for
Another
their
one?
local academy. At the time, they were running a, you could say a school. It was a private school, essentially, that wasn't officially Catholic in the archdiocesan sense, but in the sense of being in its philosophy and its background, etc.
Etc.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do that. Like, etc.
Yeah.
How are you? How's your day been today, Phil?
Well, I didn't really have that great of a day, and etc.
Oh, my day was pretty etc.
Oh, so similar. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It pretty much was the same day. I was in Canada with you.
And I was invited to come and give a speech for their graduation. When I gave a speech, I talked about the evils of pride and about the evils of impurity and about warning young people to avoid those two chief sins.
I gave a talk about the sin of pride and the sin of immorality, of which I have a lot of experience in, etc.
On the way over 3 separate times. You don't want me to talk about that?
On the drive over, it was at least 5.
Yeah, you should have seen those Indians. Oh, boy.
And to pursue the Lord Jesus Christ throughout their years of college or work or whatever.
I don't know.
No, he did have Dan pegged really early, and then Dan offered him a good sum of money, and then Nick was like, "Hey, guess what, Morals? See you later."
Yeah,
he's just it's like most of us are sellouts. Phil would sell out for $10,000 a month from the Pious Pelican Plus to do 8 episodes a month.
No, I wouldn't.
$1,000 an episode.
No, I don't do that. I don't do that kind of stuff.
Oh, come on. You just gotta go with me. Okay, so Phil would sell out
for $3 an episode, etc.
And then what he's gonna say later is the reason that he stopped working was because him and Dan couldn't get along creatively. And so, like, he actually never had a problem with the cussing, even though he's still like, "Oh, that's bad, and you shouldn't do that." Okay.
With that being said, again, after that particular experience, I ended up.
How intimidating is Dan? Because, like, why didn't he stand up to Dan right when it first started happening? Like, look, I can't be around this. I mean, I would say that. Like, I say that to people who aren't Christians.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just like millennial, so that's not the thing that he can talk about.
Yeah,
that is really weird because he preaches about everything. He wishes he was a priest, and then he can't like hold his own emotional father accountable.
Friend of mine, as well as Dan, and Dan ended up offering this particular fellow a job. And if you want to hear his story, I'm going to be linking it to you below. This is going to be under the tab "My Friend's Story." This individual ended up working for.
Hey, wait a second. He actually has a real friend.
6 months. Again, I don't know.
Devon.
Or Devon, whatever his name is. I keep changing his name every day. Yeah, this was his actual friend, was like this ex-Protestant guy, or who became Protestant. Oh, no. Come on, Nick, you can be a prot, too.
The exact time frame. He explains it again in the video, so go and definitely check it out. But in this particular situation, I was invited by this friend, as well as Dan, to come out and enjoy the ranch some more. So I came on several occasions. Well, it was during this particular time of coming out, one of these times, that Dan pitched to me this idea of starting a media company. And the kind of, if you will, zenith behind it was the fact that at the time, Kennedy was needing to buy a new van, Kennedy Hall. And he was raising a GoFundMe because if you guys know anything about the world of traditionalism, it's a pretty niche world. There's not a whole lot of individuals, and there's a fair amount of individuals who, because
there's not a whole lot of individuals. Don't you mean there's a lot of individuals?
Don't you think that there's enough traditionalists who have vans who could sell Kennedy a van because they don't need it anymore because they all have to have one? Like, was he trying to say there's no money in traditionalism? What is he actually trying to say here?
I have no idea.
Like, he actually can't speak English. I need to do an episode with the Bati to ask him why he left this autistic kid make his own decisions.
strapped because of finances, etc. Unfortunately, because of the circumstances, can't afford to donate to their favorite content creator, which is totally understandable.
Let me find.
It's pretty rough out there worldwide. Oh,
let's see. I think they
yes,
wanna...
maybe you should have a real. Someone wants to come in. Let's go open the door for your kid.
No, why?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just looking for the picture of Devon and him.
Oh yeah, that's a great picture.
Because no one's everyone's like, who? Huh? And by everyone I mean Cat Cans and what's his name? Cog Ezekiel. Where are you?
Look at, I'm so fat. I put the camera on my stomach because I'm so embarrassed. Oh no! Help! Help! Look how big and fat I am. 185 pounds of pure fat.
That's right.
How dare you?
Oh,
make
did you
fun
see Jeremiah Bannister did a Fat Shame to Fitness
another one
show today?
Did you tell John?
No, because he would just be like freaking out and he was gonna go say, "Hey, whaleocrat! Hey, big fat guy!" Looking. I like too many things. Is it gone? So, let's see. Just this will be like the biggest laugh of all. Okay, let's see. That's hilarious. So let's see. Let's present the screen.
Oh. The screen. We must present the screen. So sad.
This is Devon, right? Devon, and there's Carbongos.
We're touching tips, Devon.
They actually pee together like that too.
That used to be a lot of fun growing up doing that. You're like 6.
Crossing streams. Not only are they like a couple of midgets, they're barely higher than a tombstone. All right, go ahead, put your thing back up. Let's go. That's Devon and it Carbongos.
That being said, this was pitched to me, this idea. Let's start a media company. It will be Catholic in its backbone, but it won't be explicitly Catholic in all of its content. We'll have some Catholic content for people who want to enjoy that, but let's have all kinds of content. This is how it was pitched to me, again, in my opinion and in my personal experience. And what I saw transpire was essentially the following. We could have all kinds of shows according to Mr. Dan. And he kept pitching this idea, we can have cooking shows, we can have family shows, we can have hunting and fishing shows, we can have theology shows, we can have politics shows, we can have a sports show, all kinds.
So normal programming in the South.
In other words, we could do what we could do on YouTube for free.
Yeah, and just do really bad versions of what's already on YouTube for free.
Right.
But as long as there's no commercials, then we're happy because Brian McCall has to see erectile dysfunction ads all the time, and it bothers him.
Well, I get YouTube Premium.
No, you can't ask people to pay money
unless it's to them.
Yes.
So let's create a media place kind of similar to the Daily Wire. Now, when I say the Daily Wire, I don't mean in the political sense or, again, many people out there have this idea that it's hardcore neocons. Of course, there's neocons there. There's non-neocons there. I'm not going to get into the Daily Wire debate. I think, honestly, a lot of that debate's retarded and people need to just go out and hang out with those.
So now you know why he puts up with bad.
Yeah, wait. So Nick glazes Jews?
I don't know.
Well, no, that's what he just did. He was just no. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Usually traditional Catholics are like the Daily Wire, the Ben Shapiro Show, anathema sit on the cactus.
And what's his name? What's that guy? Kennedy Hall's like, I watched the Daily Wire and I was like, huh. And then I watched Pelican Plus, and I was like, And then I...
spending so much time on Twitter. That being the case, this general idea of a streaming service with subscriptions was the pitched idea. And I said, well, hey, I'm graduating from college in a couple of months. This might be a cool opportunity for me. That's how I saw it. Again, my opinion and my experience. So this was pitched to various other people, Kennedy Hall, of course, being one of them, Tim Flanders, and a couple of others, Dr. Peter Kwasniewski, who I have no issue with. Of course, he's a great man, as well as another individual, Dr. Ed Schaefer, who ended up founding the Collegium College up in Missouri, if memory.
He ended up doing it, even though it's already closed at this point. It's literally closed when he makes this video. Formerly of... No, he ended up founding it. English! Do you speak it? Dad Cervini, he gave me this proposal for the Hunting Hawk Foundation that he's going to start in 25 years from now.
The Humble Hawk.
Oh, the Humble Hawk. Oh.
That's correct, which unfortunately fell apart. We were all pitched this idea, and we all ended up coming together for a large, essentially early business conference, pitch, if you will, there at Songtooth Ranch in July of 2015. So we've moved from early period of 2015 to July of 2015. Oh, it's almost a year ago now. And it was pitched to us again the following. This can be a Catholic stream.
And I was gonna do my own show, the Patriotic Puffin.
Yeah, if he actually had any talent. Oh, that'd be fantastic. That sounds like a great show, by the way. And he gets rid of this little this vase right here. Get rid of that. Put the
Yeah,
puffin
get rid
right
of the
there.
vase. Get rid
Put
of
a
the
little
globe.
puffin here.
The globe's got to go too.
Like one hanging out right here. You're like, yeah, you got a bunch of
You're the patriotic puffin.
No, he'd have to have personality to
But
do
we'll
that.
have a whole smorgasbord of stuff. People can make political shows. People can make shows about firearms, about cooking, home life, motherhood.
Wait a second. Didn't he already say this?
Yes. And this is why he should write down, instead of trying to talk, just write it down, have AI read it.
You're repeating yourself, Nick. And you're too young to be repeating yourself. You're not like 90 years old.
We can have kids shows. We can have cartoons. We can have shows about.
Wait. We can have kids shows and cartoons. Have you ever seen a good Catholic kids show?
No.
Okay.
Hunting and fishing.
I've actually never
Hunting
seen
and fishing again.
That's the third time.
And
What
then
about
guns
cooking?
and
Can we cook
politics
too?
and cooking and motherhood.
Yeah, especially if it's Angela Erickson, my true love. I mean, my best friend. I mean,
don't attack Angela Erickson.
I will defend you. What's the name of that lady who's in the Rise Right? Who's the name of the lady of the Rise Right? Sarah something.
Sarah Stock?
Is that her name?
Yeah, the one that you were posting before.
Mm-hmm. Don't attack Sarah Stock. I'll defend her. Oh, Sarah Kane. Sarah Kane. Sorry. I wonder if she's married or related to Herman Cain.
Yeah, Phil. Let's continue on.
Things like that. The idea for me is that.
I mean, what are you laughing at now?
I'm just remembering Herman Cain going, imagine there's no pizza. I couldn't. You remember that? Did you ever see that?
No, I gotta look it up.
Okay, Herman Cain. Imagine. It's so good. Imagine there's no pizza.
Pizza. Oh, commercials. Oh, get the commercials off. I'm on the wrong browser. Come on. Well, this game looks pretty good, huh? Dashboard.
In the world with no pizza.
No, that's not him. Stop. No, there's a real one. I'm gonna play it. Hold on.
But this is Mike Tyson. I gotta watch this anyway. Because Mike Tyson is everything.
Imagine a place there will be a bunch of people looking anorexic. Never sharing the American dream. I never took a lie in my life. This is the best pizza pie. If we go all JJ pizza. Can you imagine eating pizza? And everybody across the world.
Ready? Let's see.
Okay. When is this starting?
Ready?
Imagine there's no pizza. I couldn't if I tried. Eating only tacos or Kentucky Fried. Imagine only burgers is frightening and sad. You're lucky you have pizza to feed your kids for you. No frosting or cookie and no dishes you must do. Imagine eating pizza each and every day. You may say that it's not good, but to me it's so much more. It gives my life its meaning, and it pays a lot of dough.
None of it makes any sense. Imagine there's no pizza.
It's easy if you try.
I couldn't if I tried.
Plump up the jams.
Pump, pump, pump. All right.
Did you want to keep going?
I want to go to bed.
You know, it's like 2 hours in already.
No, it's like 2
It doesn't
o'clock.
need to be that stupid R&R show that some retard does.
Do you know? Do you know where we are or no?
Yeah, 10:30.
All right, we'll pick it up sometime later.
Okay.
Man, have a good night.
Night.
And the stream.
This fag Kyle